Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Spammy, where we look at live emails and see what can we do to make them better and more effective. So here's the one I want to cover today. I'm just going to be honest, not a good email from the start and unfortunately to the finish. But why? So getting into it, the subject line, I've always mentioned this, is arguably the most important piece. Why? It's the first thing people see. When it first comes across their inbox, they're seeing the subject line, and they're also probably going to see, or not probably, they're most definitely going to see that first line, so the intro. So you want to make sure that you take up all that real estate to make it about them, about what you've observed, why you've reached out, and why it's so important for them to connect with you, build urgency. There's so many different ways to do it. So let's get into it. Subject line, I think the first thing that I want to call out here is this is just too salesy, too pitchy. Mixmax feature on blank.com. When it comes to reaching out to someone, you don't, obviously, you're selling something, but don't make it so apparent that you're selling. You want to make it a story, you want to make it about them, and this just makes it seem like you're trying to sell them something. Why? You call out the prospect's account name in the subject line. Some people may not know this. I learned this the hard way when I was in really selling, many years ago, and still today, I still take this in mind. Using the prospect's account name in the subject line is a big turnoff because immediately it sounds that you are going to be selling into that account. It just does. Like, so anytime that you think about doing prospect's name plus your account name, demo, intro, or feature, just don't do it. Change it, make it even simpler and blander, the better, is what I notice. I know that sounds crazy, but truly, the more you can make it boring and more just simple to the point, the better results you're going to get. But once you have a good subject line, you got to make sure you keep it up. So in this intro, don't put fluff. Hope all is well. People don't care. Unfortunately, as soon as you put this in, you're already taking up time of their day. So don't take it with I hope all is well. Get into it. Why are you reaching out to them? What did you observe that made you really take the time to send them an email beyond all the other millions of people out there? Another thing that you'll see with all my circles that I've made, my, it's just all about the person that's writing this email instead of about them. So another turnoff. As soon as I see eyes coming across my email, because I'm getting sold to, I'm getting so many emails, I'm not going to read it. I'm just not going to look into it as much as I need to because I already know I'm about to get sold a product that who knows if it's actually of value to me, but because I'm already turned off. So something you want to flip and make it about them. The other part in the body, same thing. It's not really filled with eyes, but rather it's about their team. So we, again, make it about them. I think the big thing that I learned from Jason Bay in our webinar is you want to call out outcomes that you're trying to achieve or get done for this account or prospect that you're reaching out to. So the more that you can call attention to those instead of feature value prop that your team does, call attention of what those outcomes are that you're trying to get to that person you're reaching out to, and that will help you and really guide your message along. That's going to make it sound really crisp and awesome for that prospect. So something to keep in mind. Last part that I'll end on, I say this all the time, but this is the first email Rita has gotten from this prospect that we looked at, and immediately they're asking for a meeting. There comes a time, and I'm a big advocate of it. I am not shy to send a calendar link. I'm not opposed to it. If someone's been outbounding me for X amount of time and they ask for a meeting, go for it. I think that you have every right to. If you've really been trying and they're opening your email, you see engagement. But in the first email, it's a turnoff for a lot of people. Some people don't care, but majority of people will be turned off by this. So instead, change it. Interest. Ask for interest. Is this interesting enough for me to follow up with more information? I really have a nice article that is pertaining to your industry that I can send over. What do you think about that? Ask for more of those interests rather than asking for a meeting, and I think you'll get better results. We tend to see it on our side, and I hear it across the board. Anyway, that's it for today. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like always, leave us a comment below. Let us know what you like, dislike, or what's working for you now in this time that we're going through. And anyway, happy selling, y'all. Have a great one.